Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. With your hosts, Drew and Daniela. Take our hands and let's walk this journey together.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts podcast, where you get to listen to your favorite host, Drew, and myself talk about life, struggles, challenges, and ultimately how to build a more meaningful one. Today is a fun topic for us, though probably not a lot of people will think this is a fun one, but it's about cold showers and why it's so important to take them. Or, yeah, you take a cold shower, right?
Yes, you take a shower, take a cold shower, take a hot one.
Yeah. So, fun fact, Drew, another fun fact, I guess. Or did I say a fun fact already? I don't know. In any case, when Drew and I first started dating, he actually showed me some research, and I love taking notes on just a lot of things. And I happened to take some notes in this video, and I still have them a whole year and a half later, which I guess in retrospect isn't that long, but some people don't keep notes longer than like a month. So no judgment.
Some people don't keep notes.
Yeah. No judgments though. I'm just saying, it's been a year and a half and I still have this, and it's pretty neat, I would say. I mean, they can't see, but Andrew can see.
And it's on a piece of paper.
It is. So before we get into why it's so important, or at least the benefits, I am curious, Drew, as to when did you first start knowing and taking, or knowing about cold showers and eventually start taking them?
I would say like about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Now, I'm not a perfect...
Was this pre-pandemic or during the pandemic?
I think it was pre-pandemic.
So I would say about more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, I have a short span of like yesterday feels like, like yesterday is more like a year ago. It's like, oh wait, it was yesterday. No, it was a year ago. But I did see, I've always been consuming content, things with Tony Robbins, Willem Huff. Oh, is it Willem Huff?
It's Wim Huff.
Wim Huff.
I think it's Wim Huff.
Wim Huff. Yeah. I originally saw his video on, immersion in cold water climates. They call him the Iceman. And this man literally I think he scaled, Mount Everest? Or he made it like halfway there.
He's an extreme athlete, noted for his ability to withstand low temperatures.
Man was wearing shorts. No shorts and no shirt.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
So I was like blown away. And he would talk, and he has, celebrities come over his house. They sing and they go into these crazy ice baths and talks about how, box breathing and cold water can actually, help your body heal. And that's where we're at. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And wow, that was cold. And I did it. I was like, and I kept pushing myself to do it more and more. Through time, it got a little bit easier. But I can't say that I'm so strict on doing it all the time, but I did it in the coldest months of the year, and we're on the East Coast here. So doing it in February, January, when it's 6 o'clock in the morning and you just put ice cold water on your body, you're barely awake. Oh, that hits the spot.
It definitely wakes you up, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. When you come out of that shower, you feel like you could run through a wall. No coffee needed. So yeah, that good.
Yeah, you know what? And it as you were talking, I was thinking about times in my life when I've taken cold showers before I've started to make more of a habit. When you and I started dating, I'm an athlete, and that's why ice baths exist for athletes, right? It's something that athletes talk about how much they hate and love at the same time, but it is really good for so many different reasons. And one of them is to reduce
inflammation,
not reduce, increase alertness. Sorry. So reduce like your sleepiness when you're like waking up in the in the morning. And yes, inflammation is also part of it as well. And I think that those in the video that you showed me when we first started dating, that was 2 out of the 6 things that the person that was talking said is the benefits. It increases your norepinephrine, which is adrenaline, which it boosts your mood in your body. It wakes you up, makes you feel more alert. It helps you be more vigilant and focused. And then the other thing was it does help to reduce overall inflammation. Now, in the video, he said that inflammation is not necessarily a bad thing in your body unless it's in overdrive. And when it's in overdrive, or let's say, for example, you consume a lot of sodium. When it's in overdrive, your body then struggles to release it, which is why cold showers is so good, because your body, like the reaction that it has, it helps to decrease inflammation, which is actually the first step. I can't English. The first step in what is called the healing process, like in athletes, right? Or when you get hurt, it helps reduce inflammation in the muscles. Makes sense so far? Because I kind of feel like I've been rambling.
No, we got it. I'm here.
Thanks for being here. So the third thing that the person in the video described as a benefit to cold showers is your blood vessels actually constrict, so it helps improve your immune system. It increases your lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are your white blood cells which attack bacteria and toxins. So you ultimately, in less technical terms, it helps you be sick less often because it increases your immune system, which I thought was pretty cool. I think that's one of my favorite ones, actually, as to why it's so good for you. And in thinking about cold showers, I came from a really small hometown in Colombia. Well, my family did. But in that hometown, there was no such thing as hot water when I was growing up. Cold showers all the time. And it wasn't actually until I was older that I realized, like, wow, that's actually really good that they don't have hot water, because I know this is like a common meme amongst like women that we love hot showers because we like love to burn in hell or something like that. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme, but we like to roast in hot showers, right? So the cold showers is really one of those things where it's like, oh man, this sucks, but it's so good for you. I promise, it is so good.
Yes, it is. It's the beauty that you have to see afterwards. It's not during, it's after. It's like going to the gym when you're tired, but then feeling super strong after. It's like got that effect on it.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of my other favorite reasons as to why cold showers are so beneficial, is because it actually helps you in a subtle way overcome uncomfortability in life, because a cold shower is so uncomfortable. It's not something that we like jump into and say, oh yeah, cold shower. Like, nobody likes to feel the cold at the beach or at the pool, but your body eventually acclimates, right? But it really does help you overcome that discomfort, because it's just temporary, much like discomfort in life is temporary. So that's my other favorite one. Any thoughts, Drew?
What temperature is the water most effective?
I believe it's 57 degrees based on, yeah, I think it's what at least this person in this video, I think it can vary a few degrees, but I think the optimal is 57. If anybody wants to fact check on me, please feel free. I mean, yeah, fact check me, not on me. Please feel free. What do you know? Which one do you think?
I think it's like 30 to 40 degrees. I know it's like pretty cold.
I think yeah. So we have some differing views there. We might have to actually do the research and come back on this one.
Please don't jump into liquid nitrogen. Not a safe idea. You won't be returning from that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have written down here 1 hour. I think like if you take an hour, I don't actually understand this note here, but I have 57 degrees. Then I have, if you do it for 12 weeks, for 20 seconds, it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it
Oh,
might
there
have
it
to.
is.
Yeah,
There it is. I
I
guess
think it
maybe.
depends on, I guess, the amount of time that you do it. So if you do it for, I guess, like in from these notes that I have, a shorter time span, but you extend it throughout a certain period within weeks, it's slower. I like the 57-degree one
Oh yeah.
though.
Nope. Adding some ice cubes.
Anyway, the next benefit of cold showers is that it actually helps you burn fat. So we have different fats in our bodies, and what cold showers do is it actually activates something called brown fat, which then helps produce heat, which then increases your metabolic rate, which then leads to fat loss. Now, again, if anybody wants to do their own research, because there's a lot of different ways that cold showers affect our body. This is just one person, one professional that I happened to watch a video of that Drew sent me, and I really liked the information. Um, the last one, more technical terms, is that it boosts mitochondrial biogenesis. Fancy. Pretty much what this means is it gives you more energy to use. It's just a fancy way to say gives you more energy. Increases, they say, I don't know if anybody here would remember learning in school the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Do you remember that, Drew? That's something that I remember.
Um, Slightly. I was like,
In
I
any
know the word
case,
endoplasmic reticulum. I just
in
thought that
any
word was
case,
cool.
yeah. In any case, these are the benefits. Now, if you feel like I've rushed through them a little bit, I apologize. I just get very excited about stuff like this, and I'm excited to take a cold shower. So please feel free to go back and re-listen. And again, I'm just one person. Drew is just one person. There's a ton of information out there, and it's really about listening to what works for you and making an informed decision. Um, so yeah. Drew, do you want to add anything? I have a couple of tips, but I just want to make ask if you want to add something.
I would say that taking a cold shower, I guess, is a start. I know that I'm sure you see it on the internet. There's people that are going into dunk tanks and stuff like that with ice cubes.
Yeah.
Which is something that I actually want to try. I think that would be easier than submerging,
yeah.
putting yourself into a shower because you got to like follow the water.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I would say. It's just a start and ease your way into it. Nobody's asking you to be a warrior first day off.
Yeah, which is actually a really good suggestion because the individual in the video that I watched, some of the tips that he gave was to work your way down temperatures. You don't necessarily have to go straight into taking cold showers. You can do it where you turn it to the coldest, where this would kind of fit into what Drew said about, I guess, like the coldest would be somewhere around 40 degrees for 5 to 15 seconds. And then go back to hot. You can alternate between the two. This kind of I guess form of taking a shower is actually called contrast therapy. This is really good, especially for athletes. I know I've done this before. I also used to like to sit in a tub and submerge myself in cold water. That was always fun after a really hard practice, and the next day I would feel great, whereas some of my teammates would be really sore. So again, you can work your way down temperatures. It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, I'm going to go do this, because especially depending on where you are in the world, for some reason, some water is colder than in other places.
Yeah. Nobody's asking you to freeze to death.
Yeah.
Use discretion. I would recommend, though, doing this in the morning, not at night.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to go to sleep after that, it's not going to happen.
I mean, it depends, right? For you, I know it because it wakes you up, and yes, one of the benefits is that it does wake you up. Then maybe it's not the best, but I think if you start off with a cold shower, that's okay, and then finish off with a hot shower, that might be better. Because I know, like I said, when I would come home from practice, sometimes I would take a really cold bath and then I would finish it off with a warm shower to relax. The biggest tip that I would give anybody, and it's really cliche, and it's something that Wim Hof has said, is to focus on your breathing. That is the best way to get through the discomfort of taking a really cold, especially a really cold shower. It's really cliche, but it is very true. Some cliche things have a way of being very on point, and I think this is certainly one of them.
Yes, because in that moment when well, first of all, your initial reaction when you get that cold water on you is to back up, right? And you're already like, you're excited at that point. But yes, if you can control your breathing and sit in the shower and just focus on your breathing, nothing else, and accept the fact that the cold water is hitting you. That's also weird, but like I kind of accept it. It's going to be cold. I know that, but what else can I think of? And just focus on your breathing. And it's crazy how like calming yourself down with your breathing and having the extreme cold water on you. It's it's like a euphoric experience. It definitely
it does increase your mood.
Yeah, it does. It's really, really incredible.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. 6 reasons why cold showers are beneficial, and some hopefully fun conversation that you're listening to. We hope something makes you laugh. If anything, that it makes you laugh or you get some value. Drew, is there anything else that you want to add when it comes to cold showers before we conclude our episode?
Make sure you enjoy it.
Imagine they're like, no, I definitely don't enjoy cold showers. Yes, that is a good one. We thank you all for listening, and we hope to continue adding more value in your life.